Hello YouTube. This is my view and my own experience with my own e-bike. This is the ItalWin K2 Plus. The Plus is for the spring at the rear wheel. So I've had this bike for about 6 months. I've drove for around almost 800 miles with them. So I feel I can talk comfortable about my experiences with them. As you can see, they're still dirty. I haven't cleaned them from riding in the winter, so they're not the most clean. First of all, this is a high quality bicycle. They have all sorts of quality accessories, such as both wheels have disc brakes. The brake lever has a rubber in it, so it's really comfortable to the touch. I've installed the telescope seat post, so it adds to the softness of the ride. It has a horn and a headlight switch built-in combo. It's very good, very sturdy. It weighs about 25 kilos, I guess, which is about 50 pounds. As I've said, they're very comfortable to ride. They're really comfortable to ride. I have ridden the K2, which does not have the spring in the back, and it does make a difference. It makes a significant difference. So, as of design, as you can see, there's no visual. You cannot see the battery. That's because it's inside the frame. And there's advantages and disadvantages to this design. Mainly, there is one disadvantage that I can see, which is mainly going to hinder short people. I don't know if you can notice, but the distance between the seat post and the handlebar is quite substantial, and it's much more than normal bike. And because of that, you find yourself leaning forward a lot. And I don't know if you can tell, but the seat itself, I've mounted it as far forward as I can do it, and it's still very far, and I feel like I lean forward like it's a sports bike or something like this. Now the byproduct of the battery being on the front, I have to say it gives it excellent handling. Excellent handling. When you ride it, you can almost feel like it's a motorcycle. You feel safe, you feel sturdy. There's no issue with the steering being overly light because the battery at the back and all the weight of the bicycle is on the back. So really the weight balance is excellent, and it's mainly towards the front wheel, which is the way it should be and the way it is on motorcycles. So handling and safety and comfort is really top notch. It's not without drawbacks. The front fork has a somewhat short travel, and well, the issue is not when it's loaded or compressed. The issue is on the other way. Like all of a sudden there's a I don't know, maybe if it's compressing and decompressing at once, the issue it will sound a nasty clunk, which I've been inserting another video of noise. And so this is the two main disadvantages of this bike: the distance between the seat post and the handlebar. If you're medium high plus, then it may not be an issue. If you're short and you don't like leaning forward, or you'd like to sit upright, then maybe you should take it in consideration. Beside that, the build quality is excellent. I've been using them, and I've been not being too gentle on them, and I have no major issues. Once in a while you're gonna have to tighten the screws. The rear spring pivots near the pedal at the bottom of the bicycle. There's a black rubber circle, you can see there, it's near the bike stand. You will need to tighten this once in a while, and maybe other screws. But really, beside this excellent experience, they are sturdy, solid. I don't know, someone may see that as a disadvantage because of the weight. And it is, I live in an apartment building, and I put them on an elevator. I pop the front wheel and using the own motor power to do that. They are slightly, I mean, I would not mind if there would be 5 to 10 pounds, maybe even 15 pounds lighter, about 5 kilo lighter, maybe a little bit more, maybe 7 kilograms lighter. That would be ideal. But I'm fine with this. The ride comfort is, as I've said, excellent. You feel very secure, very safe riding them. I've been reading a couple of other bicycles, and which the battery is on the back under the seat post, and the safety, the way you feel riding them is like the wheel has no weight on it. It's like the wheel is maybe mid-air, you know. So it's really does not encourage confidence in the ride. In fact, I've had issue with that. Once I was holding my dog on one hand because it was a bit getting older, and I rode them not on this bike, on another bike, which the battery is under the seat post, and all of a sudden the steering wheel started to wobble violently, and I nearly couldn't control it. I was sure I'm going to crash. I don't know, by the mercy of God, I didn't. But that's not the first time it happened to me. It happened also on another bicycle, but not quite as violently as on this bike, which I'll insert a picture of those bike. So again, really great quality, sturdy, very comfortable, very safe to ride. Um, there's only two minor disadvantages. The one, as I've said, the distance between the seat post and the handlebar. If you're a short person, I don't know, below average, then it may bother you if you don't like to lean forward that much. But beside that, just annoying clunk when the front suspension make. Beside that, really, I have no complaints. I mean, I couldn't be more happy with this bike. Maybe the one thing that, or maybe a couple of things that I could, well, one thing for sure is missing. The front steering does not have a limiter like on a motorcycle. I mean, you can turn it 360 depending on the cables, and the cable will cut. They will develop shorts like mine did, and my front flashlight doesn't work because of that. So I think a stopper, steering, how do I call it, handlebar steering stopper, you know, to limit it to a certain angle, not to get it overly running freely, which is also not that safe. If you're trying to make a short turn, it could all of a sudden snap on you, and you know, go overboard with the steering angle. So this is number one. The other one is something I would like to see, which is more of a comfort. Maybe it's you know, you go in the city, you go up on curbs, and when you stand in the headlight waiting for the light to change, the bike you know, they run freely. So I would want something to limit at least the rolling backwards of the bicycle, so I don't have to press the brake bar all the time. You know, just a little something that engages when the bike stops and disengages when you start, you know, or just limits the bike rolling backwards. That's about this excellent bike. Uh, they do grab a lot of attention, and then people like immediately are drawn to them and asking, "Oh, well, what is that? Is that an e-bike? Where's the battery?" So it's people gonna approach you if you own such a bike, and ask you questions. When I bought it, there was no other bike on the market with a spring on the rear wheel, and the reason I chose that is because I have some back issue, and the lack of spring on the rear wheel was significantly evident in back pain when I rode them for a long time. So that's why I chose those particular bicycles with the rear spring. As I've said, if you buy them and you have no issue with the clunk on the front fork, which is minor at best, and you're tall enough, I don't know, about medium height and taller, I cannot fault this bike. Really excellent bike, excellent ride quality, excellent build quality, very safe and secure to ride. So thumbs up, highly recommend.